but like, fuck it, we'll just start. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tier 0 Whalance deck profile. I just took first place at a 15-person event. Did not drop a single game, actually, with the best deck of the format, Whalance. And that format is Draft. Here to discuss that, I've got Jacob. What's up, Jacob?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob, but I also go by Crinkle. I actually got third at this event, and I also got drafted at Whalance, actually. This deck is broken. I'm telling you, all the cards in this set are broken. You need to draft every single one, and let's just get started.
All right. First off, one Whalance. In draft, you can pick as many as you want. You don't have to stop at 3. All I found was the 1, but that's all I needed. If you see Whalance, gotta pick it. First pick, no hesitation.
Yeah, so what's actually really cool about this is I drafted 2 Whalance, and a really awesome thing you can do is if you have a Whalance on field, because how are they outing a Whalance? If you normal cast another Narpoon, you can actually Nexus from your one Whalance to the Narpoon, and now you got 2 Whalances on field. And how do you out that? Like, how do you out that?
You don't. You lose. If
It's
you're facing
crazy.
down 2 Whalance, you just lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of getting out this Whalance, Narpoon. Again, I saw only 2 of these. Jacob, I believe you saw 4, right?
Oh, I saw 4 all right, and I drafted every single one.
Yeah, Whalance, Narpoon, another immediate, gotta pick it first, no hesitation. It really just the core of any winning draft list.
Yeah.
Next, I got 3 Pluckies. Again, immediate, gotta pick it. As soon as you see it, it searches. Another snap pick in this format, Lyre of Apollo. Even without Plucky, Lyre goes crazy. Just switching stats, you can put it on your opponent's stuff. They're 4-2. Their 2-4 becomes a 4-2. Easy to walk over. Yeah.
This card is crazy. Like, I cannot believe how many times, like, in Whalance versus Whalance, or even there are some other 7/5s in this format, and you don't want to lose your Whalance. So how do you out the other enemy Elestrals, such as Chrysor or Chivror? You slap a Lyre on them, and they become 5/7s. It's insane.
Yep. And it turns your Plucky itself into a 5, which a 5 just on normal cast is huge in this format.
Exactly.
Next, I got 1 Kite Mite, and honestly, when I drafted it, it was probably pretty close to the end of that round of draft, but that's because I didn't realize you got to grab this guy as soon as possible. First pick, because that gets you into Warmite. Oh my god, Warmite's huge.
Warmite is this format's earthquake. Like, good lord, every time someone saw Warmite, like, whatever was facing them down was just outed. Unbelievable card. I draft 30 if I could.
Yeah, honestly, don't disagree. The next fire card I got was Torch of Hestia, the only artifact that I'm aware of in this set that gives plus attack, and it gives +2. Insane. Must pick. Gotta grab this as soon as you can. The
Oh my
Foretell,
god.
stacking your deck too.
Yeah, like if you draft a Hestia, oh my god, it just pops off.
And I think some of the times I cast it, I didn't even use fire. I used a frost because it's a 1 artifact. It's a 1 spear artifact, so it goes perfect for enabling Narpoon turn 1.
Yeah, Narpoon plus any artifact is just game-winningly strong. Like, oh my god.
It's beautiful. Gotta grab that as soon as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I grabbed 1 Sorlet. This was actually the very first card I drafted. First round, first pick. I was hoping to be playing Champ Chrysor. Unfortunately, somebody else in my pod, fucking Caleb, drafted all of it, so I didn't get any. But still, 4-beater, Oh, hello. 4-beater, hard to say no to that. I'd say draft that as soon as you can.
And that actually makes Lyre so much better because everything in this set, for some reason, has a 4 in its stat line. And if you can't beat over that, you can't search Chrysor. So you need to pick up Lyre of Apollo. Folks, I'm telling you, if I could draft 30 Lyre, I would draft 30 Lyre.
I mean, people may not be aware. The format deck size is only 30. So like, if you run out 30 Lyre or 30 Whalance, 30 Narp, whatever, you're winning. You're winning that game on the spot. No doubts.
Crazy, crazy.
Next we've got Champ Titanostalk. Now, this thing doesn't do anything, but it's got a 5. 5 defender is huge. Every time my opponent cast this, I was struggling. I had to find something. My 4s don't have a chance. You got to grab this thing as soon as you can, and as much of it as you can.
There is not a single 1-drop that outs this by itself, which is the crazy part.
Yeah, I mean, because it's defense, the Warmite doesn't affect it. Plucky doesn't out it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And if you can get Lyre yourself, that's another card that turns into a 5 attacker with Lyre.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. And doesn't need to change your spirit math. Now, next card I got 2 of was Talaria of Hermes. This thing costs 2 wind, which is a little expensive, but it gives you +2 defense. And if that Celestial were to be destroyed by, I believe it's by battle. Yeah, by battle, you draw 2 cards. This thing is insane. What stops something better than a 4 defender? A 6 defender. And if they out that 6 defender, draw 2.
And if you ram something, if you trade, you still get insane value. How is this card not banned in draft? Oh my god.
It's insane. And if you follow that with Lyre, multiple times I did Plucky, search Lyre, cast a Talaria, that's a 7. That's a 7 attacker that if it happens to die, draws you 2 cards. Oh my god.
How do you out that? How do you out that, Julian?
If I could play 30 Talaria, I would.
Oh my god.
Next, we've got the 1 Caduceus of Hermes. Honestly, I wanted more targets for Narpoon. It's a 1 spirit rune. You can immediately Nexus off. It's peak. I never used its effect. I think I cast it once. Frost Enchanted, Nexus, goodbye. Doesn't matter. It's perfect. Grab it if you can.
I mean, maybe you could revive a Kite Mite with it, but the holding a Frost Spirit, that's the most important part.
It's true. Speaking of Frost Spirits, I got insanely lucky. Now, you might notice this card, and I think there's a couple others that are the tournament pack cards. We did not use tournament packs. I just switched them out because they looked nicer from what I actually drafted. Bunnix.
Shallow's Tournament Pack 3.
4 TP3. Oh my god. The tournament packs get better and better. I don't know how they're going to beat TP3, though. That thing is crazy. I love TP3. Shout out to TP3. If I could draft, a draft of fucking 30 cards from TP3, instantly. Look at this. This is beautiful.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, Bunnix being a 4/4, that's actually insanely good because Lyre isn't a clean out for it. So you just need, a Torch or Anvil, I believe, boosts everything up by 1. But good lord, is Bunnix just a pain to deal with.
Now, I didn't ever resolve this, but I did high roll this draft. I could have done it.
That's crazy.
I was trying. I never saw Bunnix. The one time I cast Risen Form, it was misenchanted, and I was going to correctly enchant it in end phase, but my opponent scooped because I think I had Whalance and then Ascend Risen. What are you going to do? You can't out 2 7s.
How do you out the sheep? How do you out the sheep?
You can't. You just can't. If you see these, draft them immediately. Bunnix, gotta grab it. These cards are crazy. Now, the next beater I drafted was Javalantis. You'll notice a lot of our talk here has been about get out Whalance, 7. Plucky with Lyre and Talaria, 7. Nyxmera's, 7. What is Javalantis? 8. You see that number?
That's broken.
8. That is insane. The one time I cast it, I knew it wasn't going anywhere. You cannot beat over an 8. It's just that simple.
And the awesome thing about Yeah, the awesome thing about this format is if you leave a 4 defender on field, most of the time, unless they have Narpoon or Whalance, which, they shouldn't because you, as the goated draft player you are, listening to our advice, should have had that in your deck already. That thing is automatically getting ascended to. You're just hard casting it. How are they outing it? Like, you
Yeah,
can't.
you can't. You cannot out it. Instant pick, draft it as soon as you can. First pick.
Yeah, God.
The next was, I believe, the only 3 of in my deck. Breeze of Zephyros. You Nexus, Wind or Solar, and if you do, you can give Wind Solar +2. Now, I was on a pretty big Solar engine and some Winds. I had a bunch of Solar and Wind in my Spirit deck, so I said, fuck it, we're playing these. And I got Artifacts so I can Nexus. Never came up, but there were a couple times where it could have. I saw it come up in other people's games. This card is great. Must draft. You got to get it.
You got it. I mean, stat boosting, like we've said this whole video, is just insanely good.
I mean,
Like,
like
how...
it's crazy. You cannot understate it.
Good
Like,
God.
if I could draft 30 of these, I would have instantly, no
Yeah.
hesitation.
Good God.
Next, we've got another beater, a Shiveror. You know, it's no Javalantis, but it is a 7-5 as opposed to an 8-3. You know, even if you get Liard here, it's still huge. And like 7 is the number to beat, and it's got a nice butt on it too. Like Shiveror is crazy.
And on the off chance that you draft a Frigid Cub, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you know how Like a Void in standard format is broken because it turbos out Werepup like 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
This is just that. This is just draft Like a Void.
It's just draft Like a Void. And you know what? I didn't see a single Like a Void cast in all of these draft games. I mean, Like a Void, I think, is probably overrated. I think Shiveror is the real like powerhouse of this format.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not sleep on Shiveror. Next, we've got Waspire. Now, I did play 2 Fire Spirits in my Spirit deck, and you know I had some other Fire cards. If I had been able to resolve this effect, it would have gone crazy. I believe somebody in my draft pod actually drafted 2 Waspire, a Majursa, some other like 2-cost fight. They were ready. They were ready to start murdering people with this, and I think that's a very valid strategy.
Yeah, like, oh my God, Waspire. Like, I know someone in my pod who also had it, and I was just afraid of it the whole time. But you know what? Whalance, the goat that it is, came through.
True. I mean, like, you know, 7 does beat 6, so like you're a little behind if you're on the Waspire. But if you can burn 2 or 3 every turn, who cares, man? The draft Waspire if you can. If you see it, grab it. Next, we got Champion Titanostrike. I got 2 of this bad boy. Another just solid 4/4. I mean, like, you know, you love to see the high end plays with Narpoon, Whalance, and as much as I would love to have a deck of 30 Narpoons, you can't always get 30. So
You can't.
you gotta rely on just like solid fundamentals, and a 4/4, peak.
Plus, Thunderstorm is in the set, so you are able to draft it. And
if you just see the full art Thunderstorm, you should be grabbing that anyway because like
yeah,
you don't get to hit
exactly.
the full art. But like if you can grab T-Storm, you know, shoot something like a Liar, shoot a Talari, like you're going positive. You love it.
It's so good, so good.
You gotta grab Titanostrike if you see it. Next we got Earth Scout. You'll notice that this is a 1 cost with a 4 defense. Huge.
Yeah, exactly.
What beaters are there? You know, turn 1, what are you doing? You're trying to ascend? Cast Earth Scout. Throw that bad boy in defense. If they open the Harpoon, they had it, whatever. But they don't have it because you have it. You drafted it.
Exactly.
And you know what? Waspire synergy, you love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, this might be the best 4 defender in the game.
I mean,
like, no exaggeration.
Like, not just draft. Like, in general, this guy just epitomizes the 4 defense. Hard to argue.
Exactly.
Second to last card, we've got Spy Nymph. I did not draw Hermes. I didn't draft it. I didn't play it. I wasn't playing any other Hermes cards, and it doesn't matter. You know why? 2/4. Spy Nymph is huge. What are
It's
they gonna do?
insane.
Cast a 5? No. Spy Nymph is crazy.
Oh, and if you draft Hermes and carry off,
You're
all I'm
gonna be
saying,
dead.
all I'm saying,
It's Earthquake. It's Earthquake. You can't
exactly,
win.
exactly.
Now,
Oh
last
my
card,
god.
maybe one of the strongest. I think if I could have drafted 30 of this, I would. It's going to be EFT Drataya. Now,
Oh my god.
let's take a look at that
What?
card. Let's take a look real close. And what do you notice there, Jacob?
Ooh, Julian, that stat line. Oh, that looks a little
Stat line 2
mighty impressive.
4 on a 1 cost. Oh my god. Like, you cannot oversell how good it is. You go first. I will cast my Drataya in defense. You put whatever spirit. You put a water spirit. You put a frost spirit. Who cares? Throw a spirit under there. Your opponent, what are they going to do? They're going to look at you like, damn, I got FTK'd. Because you know what you're doing next? Ascending into Whalance.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
is crazy. If I could have played 40 of this, I would have.
Oh my god.
God, I mean, like, Drataya was banned for a reason. This new Drataya might need to get banned also. Like,
Yeah,
you can't understate how good it is.
this might be the best Escape from Tartarus card that's currently in the game. Like,
What
oh my
else is
god.
there? There's they
Or there's
announced
Spark
Element. We
It.
don't have that. Spark It. I mean, it's a 3/1. Who cares?
Yeah, like it's a 3-1 that does nothing. Like
Yeah, I
honestly,
mean,
like
it's nothing.
it's so bad. Oh my god.
All right, that's gonna be the end of the deck profile. I don't have the spirits. We used the store spirits that Illustrials was awesome enough to be providing to our store. I think it was something like 4 solar, 4 wind, 2 water, 2 frost, a couple fires, a lunar so that I could resolve the Nyx Mara. That sounds like all I remember. So we'll just say that was the whole 15 spirits.
Yep. Really good spirit math there, Julian.
All right, let's get serious.
this
Whalance is actually crazy in that format.
this card is, oh my god.
Being able to go turn 1 Narpoon into a 7 attacker. I think the only other thing that can go by itself into a 7 is what, Champ Christ. What's that little pig called?
Champ Chrysor, yeah. Or Sorlet into Chrysor.
Yeah, Champ Sorlet, attack over, ascend into Chrysor, but you have to be able to hit over for that to work, so it's not like guaranteed. Whereas you can do the Narpoon before battle. There aren't a lot of battle tricks. There is like the wind solar.
Majesty, whoa, wait, did you get the fuller in the first pack?
No, this is the box topper.
Oh, that's a box topper. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, whoa. But yeah.
No, I think Whalance might be like the best thing to be drafting. Honestly. What else did we see? I saw that somebody doing Champions of Zeus in my pod, and like that looked like it was interesting, if nothing else. Being able to go special ascend anything into a Griff use is pretty good. But
there was someone in my pod who was doing like basically Liar control because Liar is such a good card.
Yeah,
like
even if you
be
picking up Luckies.
Yeah. Oh, Julian, you weren't able to draft any of this, but Mistral of Boreas in Whalance, if you're playing Whalance, is unironically really, really good. Because the outs to Whalance are exactly Zeus, which is something you can draft in the set as a holo, and Liar.
Ooh!
Or like, ooh,
that's beautiful.
Oh wait, that's a really good. Oh, This card is so sick.
I don't know
I think
if
yeah,
I'm personally a fan of that strategy, but it does look gorgeous.
it's very much like Towers esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, oh, I'm just such a fan of it. But I do but yeah, I think Mistral is definitely something you play because all the outs to it are either artifact or a
Or the divine.
divine, yeah. And because Warmind puts it down by 3, but since Whalance is a 7, it can't cleanly beat over it. So, ooh, Hollow Poseidon.
Yeah, that's one thing is that Warmite is really nice, but it doesn't actually clear like any relevant 2 costs.
Yes.
I did. Oh,
Ooh, Hestia.
I did. At some point, I dropped somebody with a Warmite, and then I put Torch on that Warmite, so it was what effectively. What is Warmite, a 3? Where is he?
A Warmind is a 3, yes.
Yeah, so it's a 3, and then you do -3, so it's effectively a 6, and you get +2 from the torch, so it's effectively an 8 for that combat. So you can clear almost any 2 cost with that, and then you drop down to a 5, which still clears any 1 cost.
Mm-hmm.
God, I was afraid of Spinosect going into this draft, but I didn't see anybody play it.
Yeah, because a lot of the Earths are like 4 defenders, and like we said, like it's unironically really, really hard to out those. So they stick like a Pandacine or a Dratalia or a Pandazer, I think that's what it's called,
Yeah.
and they hard make Spino. I mean, it's literally just like Monarchs in a sealed format. Like it's just so much. It's like such a big tempo swing that you're just like losing out on. Like even though you're not like attacking with it. What is that? Is it a 5/7 or a 3/7?
The Spinosect's a 5/7. So
Yeah, I mean,
if you get into a like game state where you have cleared their big guys, you can just put it to attack and start clearing 1 costs.
yeah.
Oh, one thing I didn't say about Whalance, because you're correctly enchanting it, if you're special sending with Narpoon, it has piercing.
Yes.
Piercing is crazy because if you do the Narpoon combo, you're gonna have a 3-spirit Whalance. So like doing 2 damage every turn with that, if they're just like throwing out 1 cost in defense, is crazy.
Oh. And if you high roll it, oh, you got both of them. If you high roll and you're able to get the boots of Hermes, I forget what they're called.
Talaria.
Talaria, yeah. You can actually nexus those 2 onto Whalance, and that's like, that's 5 or 4. That's 5 spirits on red, but 4 damage you're potentially dealing. So, which is
Whalance say like nexus up to like 3 or 4 or something crazy
like
that?
It says nexus up to 4 frost spirits on the board.
God, yeah.
It's yeah, no resting, no earthquake, no shield. Oh, speaking of, there's a goat. Champion of Zeus isn't like that good because Zeus is a 1 of that's being drafted in the pod that you're doing.
Unsearchable 1 of. Some of his strongest champions are like Fulgaries, which like don't really do anything because there's not a lot of relevant counter runes.
Mm-hmm.
I should have sleeved this up. That's why.
Liar is also very important because Sorlet is a 4 attacker. And without a clean way to like boost it, you're not hitting over anything with a 4 body, which is a situation I ran into because everyone either took Liar or there are better options for me. To me, in hindsight, I definitely should have taken at least 1 Liar.
Oh, you didn't have a single Liar?
I didn't have a single Liar, and I still got 2nd in my pod, 3rd overall. But you know,
damn,
it's crazy. And somebody tried to out my Whalance with Liar, but I had Mistral, and I was just like, well, you know.
I bet that felt good.
That felt really good.
I'm sure that I saw Mistral, but I just didn't clock it as being relevant. I didn't think about how important the artifacts really are, because like I knew Torch was gonna be like crazy, but like I understood Liar was like relevant. I didn't think about how good it would be. But even like the
Hmm.
Talaria and the Caduceus were like pretty solid for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I would change my ratios because there were at least 2 times that I put a Talaria on a Plucky that had Liar also, so it became a 7 attacker. And
Hmm.
at least one time it crashed with a 7 attacker of my opponent's, so we traded and I drew 2 cards.
Yeah, it's like, God, that's so good.
And like it was a like probably like a -2 in spirits for me, but like who
Hmm.
cares? Maybe -3, but like I don't know. I don't care. I out your guy and I draw 2 cards. Gets me
Yeah,
that much closer to Whalance.
unfortunately, I do think the one downside about drafting this format is that like so many like potentially cool cards do rely on like divines that are so inaccessible. So unless you like incorporate structure decks into the mix, which at that point it's not really draft, it's like a different format.
Yeah.
You can't really do anything cool with it. Like I think Hermes is technically the most searchable divine. It's also the best one because you can send Champ Carry off.
I don't remember
But
seeing Champ carry off in my draft. Is what spot in the pack is he?
I believe he's a rare.
Okay.
Chrysor is also actually a rare. So yeah, if you're drafting, I definitely think you should be trying to like get some strategies early. That's how I got Mistral because no one else was drafting Mistral because it's such like an awkward spirit combination for the things that were left. And people just like left Narpoon and Whalance open, so I'm just like, oh well, like I want to play these. What has tangential synergy? Oh, Mistral stops things that could potentially nice. Could potentially stop my Waylands from ever doing anything. Let me just pick that up real quick.
Yeah. I played against somebody who was on spiders too. That was the guy who was on what's that called? Waspire. Because he had a couple Flarachnes, a Majursa. Like, if he had been able to stick the Waspire, he would have like closed the game immediately. Because he showed me that he had Waspire, Majursa, Flarachne, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have a way to out that if he like hits over my 1-cost guy. I gotta draw one of my combos, but
Also, Arachne's Lair is still like a really good like quote unquote engine to have because even if you just have Kite Might plus Waspire, that's Arachne's Den or Lair. That's still 2 cards you're drawing, and there's the other like Stadium Rune is just Burning Forest or whatever it's called, and that's like I only played it as a Nexus Bank.
yeah,
Like I
that's another
didn't.
thing that you can do with the spiders.
Yeah.
Stadium is Arachne.
Ooh, speaking of. But yeah, no. Firestorm format was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be.
Man, every time I do some kind of Celestials draft, it ends up being way more fun than I thought it would be. And like I keep thinking, okay, last time was fun, but like surely it won't be that fun this time, right?
Exactly.
It's fun. It's crazy every time. And like I don't believe that Celestials at this point is designed with draft in mind, but it doesn't matter. It just works. Oh,
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I also think it's like it's kind of weird because it is taking kind of the more Yu-Gi-Oh based card design in the fact that like it's becoming quote unquote more archetypal. Not exactly, but like it's going down that road. Whereas games like Magic specifically is really good for draft just because like everything just kind of does its own thing.
yeah.
And they all have like tangential synergies. But this game is again not really going down that road. So it's a little awkward for draft. But since we're in the early stages of the game, relatively early stages in the game, where we have like effects that are still like pretty generic, or like they put stuff like that works together in low rarities together, I think it does lend itself better to draft.
I mean, the
So,
fact that Flamemoth. I saw somebody
ooh.
cast Flamemoth twice.
Yeah, there was someone in my pod who was also just like on Flamemoth Turbo, and I was like, oh god.
It's unfortunate because it is an 8, so like you could be committing to like do Flamemoth, and it's an 8, or you could just like cast a Javalantis, which is also an
Hmm.
8.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it does get outed by Liar, which
Yeah.
is Liar is like basically the best card in draft. Like it's just a removal spell. It's so good.
The 2 times I saw Flamemoth get cast, it was not correctly enchanted. So
Mm, that's
unfortunately,
unfortunate.
it
Yeah.
did not get the minus attack and defense effect, which would go crazy if you could stick this and just drop everything. I don't know. Do these I assume
Oh,
these
Griffuse also isn't pretty good
yeah,
because normal
Griffuse.
cast Elichick, cast Griffuse, I think is like, oof.
The what does Charcoon do? Nexus fire wind when it's destroyed by a rune effect that opponent must expend. Okay, so that does not help you into Flame of Moth at all.
Yes, it does not.
It's a 6
Um,
defender though, so like that's
yes,
good.
that is the relevant part. Unfortunately, Whalance, God,
Waylands does clear that.
it's so funny because Storlet and Narpoon are by far the best one drops in draft that you can get.
Yeah.
Because even though they do require like something else to get to have maximum value, the two things you do get are so good, and you have to jump through hoops to get it. I think Plucky though, Plucky and Liar by itself is just more consistently reliable.
Yeah. I believe someone in my pod drafted 3 liar, 0 plucky,
Oh,
just cause they knew it was good. So like I was getting a
yeah.
little screwed there. Because that was another strategy I tried to pick up on really early. I think I
Hmm.
also didn't pick up on Whalance until the end. I didn't put a lot of thought into the draft going into it,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, because the packs are so varied. It's like, how do you like? Because there are certain packs that are meant for drafting.
yeah,
Like Yu-Gi-Oh has battle packs, which I've heard is really cool. But Alestrals is just kind of in the awkward middle ground. But it is pretty easy to get a strategy relatively early, and there's always the idea of hate drafting,
yeah.
which I did. Like I stole a Voltempest really early, which I'm pretty happy about.
Oh, somebody in your pod got a Zeus, didn't they?
So Ederson got a Zeus,
Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah,
terrifying. Aren't
yeah.
aren't
So
Illustrial's boxes supposed to have 14 hollows?
Uh, I
I'm looking at
could
this.
not
This
tell you.
is 12.
I could not tell you off the top of my head.
I need a refund. What the hell?
Dan A Drive, what the heck?
Where's my other hollows?
Where's?
I think the only hollows that I'm really pulling for right now are the Champ of Poseidon Galaxy. I've got
Mm-hmm.
only 2 hollows of
Oh,
it.
oh. Do you need a third one?
A third hollow would go kind of hard, but I mean
I have a third one.
I've got 3 more
I just
boxes. I should be
oh,
okay.
okay, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying because in case you don't pull it,
I appreciate it.
I do have a third one that I'm willing to trade away. Did you know that new Brumalinx is a rare and it's actually kind of annoying to find? Because I like this card. I like Frost. Chat, if you don't know, I'm a Frost pet decker. I love Frost.
Chat, if you don't know, New Links is stupid.
It
I shouldn't
searches
normalize.
Blizzard.
I just want to be rude.
It searches Boreas and Blizzard, which I'm happy about.
Okay. I know that the reverse stellar has an interesting yellow snow kind of vibe to it.
Awesome. That's ooh. One. I
Maybe.
cannot find where it says how many hollows you get.
Oh,
It might say it on the box.
wait, no, we're looking for Links, not for Decode. Damn, maybe this is a tough card to pull. I'm like halfway through
Yeah, I mean, you pulled out all the rares, right?
Yeah. Oh, was that it?
Yeah,
A rare?
yeah, it's a
I
rare.
don't know the names of rarities. Let's see. I don't think. Oh, I got one.
Oh, you got one.
Do you need it?
I do. I would like to have it.
Okay.
I do think there is some cool frost stuff that you can put together, but Firestorm format is looking very much like Werepup and other things. But you know what? Maybe I'll
But
be proven
the
wrong.
Firestorm sealed format. Oh,
Oh,
we
now
got
that's a
that shit figured
blast.
out.
We did. It's just Waylands.
It's just Whalance.
Oh my god! I think my first game was less than 10 minutes long because I pushed it out and was just like, wow.
I just opened up the chat. It looks like Mike went crazy. He got 3 marble Broomalinks.
That.
Also got a
Oh
full
wait.
set of Champ Galaxy. Kevin, that's a different video. Nyx's peak is what Sean says. Is that Zane?
I think so.
Probably. I think the Nyx Mara stuff is interesting. I'm assuming you probably do play Hurricane in it, even though Nyx Mara is like it pops back row. But like if you ever get shielded after you stack all these spirits on it, bouncing back and forth, you probably breaks your heart.
Yeah. I mean, there's also. I mean, and there's not that many good. Well, I mean, I guess there's some good like Frost. Like notably, you can like just spam Cryoblast and Blizzard off of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because I forget who, but I think it was Caleb who said that you can just stack spirits on it and then you just like pay off of it. I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. So I do think it's like. Also, the engine is not even like it's like what 5 cards, 3 Bunix, and 1 of each sheep or something like that. Like it's fine.
I think it lends itself to if you can resolve it, it makes it easy to play cards like Divine Blessing to protect from Earthquake.
Yes. Divine Blessing is a card that gets much better on Firestorm, which I'm very happy about. Much better.
Much easier to cast. What are you
Yes.
blocking off of it? Poseidon's Fury?
Poseidon's Fury, I haven't tinkered down with Hermes too much, but maybe there's something there. Because Hermes is what, 2 to mill something?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not going to get stopped by Blessing. Blessing stops only invokes.
That's true. But yeah.
Let's see. Yes, I will be bringing Alestrals to the Duluth Regional this Saturday.
Oh, yes.
I'll also be playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. But I'll be bringing my Alestral stuff. Anybody?
I will also be bringing Alestrals, but I am tryharding at that regional.
Well, I'm playing dog ass Earth Machines. I'm gonna be pendulum summoning barrier statues.
Let's
I'm
go.
making sure nobody's having a good time.
No, that's definitely gonna win a couple games. Trust.
Hey, I mean, I've topped regionals with that.
Yeah, exactly.
You just put enough floodgates in there. Eventually, you'll draw one.
Yeah, and eventually we just get one out. And how do you out floodgate?
How do you out skill drain? A lot of decks play around skill drain.
Shoutouts to X Brazil.
Man, I don't know what that card does, and I don't care. What are you gonna be playing?
Raizio Mitsu.
Evil. I hope.
Oh, I love this deck. I'm sorry. Detonator?
No. The one that searches lizards.
Oh, King of the Feral Imps?
Yeah, that shit's getting banned.
No, this is like the least bannable card in this deck.
Nope. That's my call. I think it's getting banned.
You can hand loop in this deck. It's broken.
You can hand loop in water, but the best thing I've seen from it is go second OTK. But I also haven't looked at any of the meta. So, actually, that's not true. I've watched a Super Insane video where he did the combo for going first, and you can also put up a barrier statue.
Let's go.
That's my thing. Why are other people trying to do that? It's only funny when I do it.
If everyone else does it, it's not okay. But when I do it,
exactly. That's why we need to bring back VFD, but not let anybody else.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Like when Earth Machines drops a VFD, it's funny.
Let's not get crazy.
Bring back a Rise Heart. Fuck the rest of the meta. I'm just gonna be dropping a Rise Heart.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I think that's all we have to say about Celestial Sealed. Anything else on your mind you want to say?
Support your local game store, folks.
Go support your local game store, man. You can't play Celestials without having somewhere to play it.
Shoutouts to Gigabytes and Cards HQ because they have been nothing but kind to us. Special shout out. Should we just name drop? Shoutouts to Josh.
Say his last
Shoutouts to Josh.
Say his address.
I don't know his last. Oh well.
I know where you live, Josh.
I don't.
Well, I don't actually, but it was funny to say.
Yeah. I felt so hurt. I felt left out. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Aaron and Claire. I think that they're not gonna watch this video, but if they do watch it and they see that I don't shout them out, they're gonna be mad at me.
Yeah. Hi, Aaron and Claire. I'm a big fan. I don't know who you are, but hi, Aaron and Claire.
They both fucking abandoned me when they moved out of Atlanta, and then they came back to Atlanta today, and they're hanging out right now without me.
That's crazy.
I got invited, but
no, you said no,
including this.
Yeah.
Them. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yep.
Make sure that you unsubscribe, hit the thumbs down.
Leave a nasty comment.
Leave the meanest comment you can. What's the worst Celestial right here? Exaltus. Say something mean about Exaltus's mom.
Yeah, fuck Exaltus.
Yeah.
There is that one guy from the premiere who said that he wanted my Stellar Exaltus and then just did not DM me. And I don't remember his name, so if you know who you are. Oh, actually, he's from the Chicago Eddies.
You know who you are.
We don't trade with the Chicago Eddies.
Shout out to the Chicago Eddies being this.
Yeah, shout out to the Chicago Eddies. Yeah, you guys are cool. They're cool.
Ash Rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be taking names.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, is that actually it?
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Goodbye.
Alright, let's go.